all the way down towards the southeast. Then behind it, drier and brighter with a few showers. So whatever way you look at the weather over the next few days, it certainly, Billy and Susanna, is lively.
Carol, that's fantastic. We have a challenge for you this morning. We'd like you to take a selfie, please, perhaps with the weather map. It's the word of the year, apparently, according to the Oxford Online Dictionary. So everyone in the programme is under orders to do one.
I don't know if my camera is that sturdy, Susanna, but I'll give it a whirl.
Oh, of course it is.
Carol,
send it to us anyway.
We look forward to seeing it a little bit later on. Thank you.
Now, at 23 minutes past 7 to craze has taken hold of millions of people worldwide. It only takes a second. You stop, you pose, and you snap a selfie. Anyway, easily done.
Such is its popularity, selfie's been named Word of the Year. Word of the Year, selfie, by the online Oxford Dictionary. Its usage has increased massively over the past 12 months. Is it, though, the best newcomer in our everyday speech?
Well, one person who thinks so is Richard Holden, because he's the online editor of Oxford Dictionaries and was one of the people responsible for choosing selfie as Word of the Year. Morning.
Good morning.
Well, actually, it's been around for ages, this word, hasn't it? About 10 years.
Yeah. Like a lot of words, it's got actually a longer history than you might imagine. The first evidence we found for it was from a 2002 forum post in Australia where someone posted a picture of their injuries after a drunken fall and said, "Apologies for the quality, it's a selfie." But it was used on a few sites like Flickr and MySpace after that, but it's only really taken off in the last few years.
So why Word of the Year now, all of a sudden?
Well, although it has been around for a few years in social media, in the last year we've seen a 17,000% increase in usage in our monitoring.
17,000?
Yeah, as it's gone from it's quite a high figure, as it's gone from to being mainly something used in social media to something that's really hit the mainstream.
How do you count how many times it's used?
We have a corpus of we pull in examples of usage from all across the web and take samples of the frequency of words from that.
But it's only off the web usage that you can count.
No, we all sorts of sources, but the web includes things like newspapers and all sorts of different things. So it's a big variety.
Is it the word which is most often used that justifies its inclusion as Word of the Year, or is it something about the fact that it captures a sort of zeitgeist about the year?
It's that. Yeah, it's not just pure frequency, because selfie as a word still won't be that frequent compared to everyday words, but it does really I think it is about whether it captures something about the year, whether it's iconic.
Do you know what came second?
There was a short list, but there's not a ranking order after that. They're all equal.
Well, twerking was made a late run up the outside, didn't it? Probably.
Twerking had been twerking was one of the short list. It did become we would already consider it for inclusion in our dictionary even before it became before the Miley Cyrus incident kicked off. So that's also had in its time now.
Okay. I think a word like twerking is one of those words that I can't imagine many people had really understood the meaning of until Miley Cyrus threw it into the headlines.
Yeah.
So, but you're saying that it was kind of out there and being used quite often and still considered for Word of the Year.
It wasn't being considered for Word of the Year necessarily. That was more recent than that, but it was certainly being considered for a dictionary entry.
Right.
Because it had been around for a while.
All right, Richard. Thanks very much. Are you a big selfie taker?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Thanks very much.
What is it about
As are we.
selfies?
We've had some fun this morning. Here we are. Let's have a look at this. Oh, well, it only takes a second. Here are some more.
You look at me.
Now, who are those two beautiful girls? Aren't they wonderful? And they're having such fun at their work this morning.
There's the boys from Keene. They're going to be playing a little bit later on. They sent us in their selfie a little bit earlier from the tour bus. And send us your selfies.